All right, so let's get started. Let me go ahead and get on a treadmill. I'm going to go ahead and get on here and start my little trek. All right, so first thing I do is I hit the start button, and we're just going to do a little warm up here, right? We're going to go maybe for the speed. I like to usually start about 2.5. You can start lower if you want, but I usually like to get right to it. You know, I don't want to. It's kind of chilly right now. It's early in the morning, so and we actually got snow. Go figure, right? You know, it's winter, but usually the south, which is where I'm currently at, you know, we got snow for, you know, I don't want to say the first time in history, but we it was pretty rough coming in from the job last night. I'll put it to you that way. So, you know, a lot of snow and ice on the road, something that, you know, one lane roads are not accustomed to. You go the wrong way, you fly into a ditch. That's the thing. You know, they say, yeah, the houses are cheaper, you get more quick money, but do you? You know, moving to the south and places that, you know, that not quite developed yet, you know, like it should be. I'm from California originally, so we had rules on top of rules, on top of regulations, on top of regulations, but some of those regulations were good, you know. Let's just be honest here, you know. Lived in Seattle for a while. Usually when it snowed, they shut the place down. With good reason too, because the amount of traffic-related accidents and deaths just went up so high, you know. So anyway, as I was saying, getting back to this, you know, just gotta go for, I usually like to warm up a couple minutes, whatever have you. I'm at 2.5. I'm at an incline of 3. Okay, so, you know, you guys can go lower, you know, if you want, but don't, you know, you want to get your blood, you know, warm. You know, get your blood warm, get it up and running, get your muscles loose, all that kind of thing. So that's what this is about. Okay. Now, my fitness journey has been quite an extensive one. Probably don't know a lot about me, but you know, I'm a former Marine. So I've been pretty much into fitness, health fitness, you know, my entire life. But the reality is, I mean, as you get older, things slow down, whatever happens. In my case, it's a little bit different. I got a, you know, bit of a medical condition that, you know, seemed like no matter what I did, no matter how many diets, much diet, exercise I did, the weight just kept coming on. You know, I was about, I want to say about 20 years old when it started happening. So, years later, decades later, I find out I got something called Hashimoto's, which is, you know, immune system attacks your thyroid gland. Thyroid is, for those of you who don't know, controls your metabolism. So, I'm telling you this long, boring story just to let you know that before you get started with any exercise program, whether it's this one or something else, or your own, whatever the case may be, I would highly recommend that you get the blood work done from your doctor. You know, I had to see a specialist, you know, for my situation. That's how I was diagnosed. But, you know, with anyone, from what I've learned is you got to get some things in check. Hormone-wise. Yeah. Hormone-wise. So that's your things like, you know, obviously there's so many hormones, right? But a lot of them. But basically your slipping my mind. Let's start with the blood pressure. So your blood pressure needs to be right. Your A1C needs to be right. Your hormones needs to be right. Those levels, right? All those things have to be at, you know, adequate levels. So your testosterone, your fight or flight gene, fight or flight hormone, cortisol, all those different things. So what happens is, especially as you get older, if those things are out of whack, a lot of people, they don't see their doctors enough, and so they go on these diets, this exercise routines, and they won't see much of a difference. You wonder why. Well, your hormones are out of whack. Surprise, your blood pressure's been high, so your A1C is out of whack. Surprise again, all those different things. So get your test, go to your doctor, get things done, get things situated, okay? And then that way you see better results with your exercise routine, okay? I've had to even, for those who can afford it, I've even, had to seek out a counsel and advice from a private doctor, because the condition I have, I need to be able to pick up the phone, I get tests every 3-4 times a year, blood tests, things of that nature. So anyway, enough of that. Let me go ahead and pick up the speed a little bit, pick up the inclination, the incline as it were. And I'm at a 5, and I'm going to go put the speed up to a 2.7. And, some of you watching, you might say, hey, I can jog faster than this, and I can, so in case if that's what you want to do, but I would recommend good pace, good strong, pace. It's probably less chance of an injury, things like that. And then also, you have to be careful with running. I mean, I understand you have marathon runners and things like that, but, your heart jumping around, beating like that, we weren't really meant to do that. A lot of times our ancestors, it was fight or flight genes, cortisol, right? So your heart, the whole time you ran, pretty much wasn't for sport. It was for a reason, for food gathering, whatever, right? You're hunting, or being hunted by an animal, running for your life, or running to get some food, or whatever, hunting, things of that nature. So, from what I've learned, when you constantly put that strain on your heart, that's not necessarily good, because your cortisol level is always up. It's like your body's asking, what's wrong? Why, so I like to keep the running down to the minimum. In fact, the older I get, I don't run at all. I just walk. It's the best exercise you can get. The thing that you, next to weightlifting, and we'll get to that next time. So anyway, I'm 8 minutes in, 2 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and crank the incline again. Crank it up to a 7. Feel myself getting a little out of breath, and that's the key, right? So when you're on a treadmill, you want to, be on at such a pace where that you can talk, but it's a little bit difficult to talk, just a tad bit, right? So that's how you can tell that it's working, right? It's kind of like a brisk walk, but not too brisk, because people, depending on who they are, they taking that brisk walk in a little too extreme, they can even get hurt with that. So just, the key is, watch your heart rate, and pay attention to, your ability to talk in a conversation. That's how you know, okay, this is a pretty good pace. All right, so I got about 45 seconds left. Are you with me? Hopefully you are. Okay, it's real easy, and for some of you, you could probably stop at 10 minutes and that'd be good for you. But I don't have such luck, right? I got to do another 4 repetitions of these 10 minutes, alternating between the two machines, as I indicated in my introductory video. So I'm just going to ground this last 15 seconds. 7 incline, 2.7 speed. And I will stop. Alright, so the distance here was about a half a mile. You know, so 0.4. So let me show you guys something here in a minute. So what we have, in my garage. What we have here, let me see if it'll allow me to turn it around. Nope, it will not. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just turn it around then, like so. What we have here, if you can see, there is snow on the ground here. You know, guys, give you guys a little closer look there. You know, snow on the ground. And, you know, as you understand, it's kind of hard to work out when it's, you know, an inclement kind of weather. So that's why I have everything I need right here in my comfy garage. I will see you in the next video.